for every person, especially people around my age who I speak to. I used to think that he or she can either be my best friend or we are just not friends. But now I understand it's fine that even though he or she might not be my best friend, but we can still talk. Here's why. Firstly, not every friend is the best friend. So basically what I used to think is that you can either be my friend or you are not a friend. Even though the person is not really getting self-improvement, at least the person is not like drinking or something like that, then you can just talk a little bit. You know what I mean? Like if you want, at least like if you want to talk to them, it doesn't mean you have to be my best friend now. So how can you solve this problem is to view friends as a bar line from 1 to 10. The 10 out of 10 friends, which is your best friend. The 1 out of 10 friends is probably somebody who you just, when you see them, you just greet. It's probably the 1 out of 10. So it depends on you. What is your standard? It's not whether it's that person the best friend or it's just not the friend, but that person can be your normal friends. Second thing is why we need to make normal friends. Right? Something that's like, okay, why need to make normal friends? We can just make best friend, right? You don't need to know others. But it can be good for you to expand your interpersonal relationship and normal people. It isn't necessarily like everyone has to like you. It's impossible for everyone to like you, but what can you do is to get to know new people. For example, in my school is a little bit different, okay? As secondary school. So it's a pretty small school. And it's only got 4 classes, okay? 4 classes. Okay, don't get me wrong, it only has 4 classes in it. It's gonna tell you the truth. So each class, I got to know them, each of the person, like have somebody I know in each class. So for your school, it's a lot of classes, right? You have whatever grade, you have many classes for each grade. So then you can, actually get to know the people, at least like 1 person per each class. So you actually know a lot of people. It's not like you know all of them, but when you get into the class, you can at least have somebody there who you know. So normal friends are also very valuable because you can learn something from them if you like have some deep talk or you just have some normal conversation. You can learn about them, they can learn about you, and in this way you also can improve your social skills because you need to learn how to talk to people. Especially like me. It used to be quite hard for me to approach strangers. Even now, sometimes I find it hard to approach strangers and get to know them. I did this recently. I made 2 new friends. So when I went to new places, I made 2 new friends. So one of them is from another city, and another person is from another city, which is not where I'm living at the town. I'm living in a different place. So that's pretty good. But the sad thing is I didn't get their contact number, so I've lost contact. When you go to the city and you already have somebody who you know there, then you can like call them out with like just tell me what are the famous restaurants here, what are the popular food that I can try that could be good. So I don't know, but I think that's cool. Third, not everyone you meet has to stay with you forever. So when you all separate, it doesn't mean you all are not friends anymore. Sometimes you can just call each other out, you can come out, you can have tea together, have a chat. Right, when you move to other new places, you have your new friends. Yeah, but your old friends, they're still like old friends, It's not like no friends anymore. When I moved from primary school to secondary school, right? There are some of my old friends from primary school. They didn't go to the same secondary school as I am. Whenever I met them like, in one of the restaurants that I went to. So like I greeted them. It's not like we no longer talk much, we no longer see each other much. It doesn't mean that we are not friends anymore. We are still friends, so we can just talk a little bit as well. So it doesn't matter. Fourth, choose the best friends wisely. So do I have a best friend? I don't know, but I definitely have 10 out of 10, probably not, but I have like 8 out of 10 friends. You can have a list about your 10 out of 10 friends. So for me, I also have my list here. Basically, you can have a very long list. After you write a very long list about the characteristics of your 10 out of 10 friends, then you just state out the three main characteristics that your best friend must have. The first thing is want to improve in their life, in their own life, and are willing to work towards it. Next is when you face problem, they want to live. Third is you want her or him the best, and he or she wants you the best as well. So basically, we want each other to be good in their life. Like when I saw my friends got her driving license, and he drove the car in front of me, I was like, oh my god! Even though I didn't got my license yet, but I was very proud. So why we need to choose our best friends wisely? Because your best friend, I don't know, your good friend probably. There's somebody who you spend most of your time with. So there's someone who you spend more time with. There's someone who you talk to more. So then they can probably influence you a little bit in some way. So that's why you need to be careful when you are choosing your best friends. The fifth is become your best friends. So as I just listed here, okay, the three main ones. First is want to improve in life and willing to work towards. Then I must be somebody who is like this as well. If not, this kind of people, the people who has the characteristics that I just listed, they probably would like someone as them as well. If you are gamer, you play Roblox every day, then you just want a friend who is playing Roblox, so he or she can play with you. If you want this kind of people to be your friend, then you need to be this kind of people in order to be their friends. Alright? So that's everything I'm going to tell you about in this video. And I hope you kind of like it. I don't know what to say.